Today, we talk about.
Yesterday at the show, when I saw you, I was like, dude, I'm just going to say what's up. And then here we are.
Hey,
yeah.
There you go.
A little positive push, Brody Stevens.
There you go. You got it. No, I've noticed the same thing, man. And I think it's a comic thing. And maybe this is why they're so like friendly and welcoming and open, is because I think we just get it.
Yeah.
Like, we just understand, like, if something comes off inauthentic, then it's very sniffable. Like, it's very, like, who the fuck is this phony? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like the worst thing to a comic, too.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a hack or fake to me, please. You can, if you're truly an asshole, I'll probably like that about you.
I've actually preferred hanging out with assholes.
Yeah,
just
they're
like,
funnier.
yeah, they're cooler.
Yeah, and they're just like Tim Dillon, I don't think he would mind, but I went up to him and I was like, hey dude, I'd just like to book you on my show. And he was like, I'd love to do your show. And I was like, I DM'd you, I don't know if you saw it. And he's like, no, I'm a dick. But he's like, I probably saw it, I didn't respond, but like, I'm nice in real life. I'm probably just being a dick on there. I'd love to do it. And I was like, I didn't think like, oh, you are a dick. I was like, that's cool that you said that.
Yeah, I love that you're open about being a dick. Yeah. No, I'm totally on board with that, man. Because like, I have the same thing where it's like, if I'm nervous, I'd rather just say it, get it out in the open, so everyone knows. And then as long as you know that I know, and that I know that you know, then we're good. Like,
yeah, it kind of takes away that like, like I need to be, you know, hello, I am a comedian, and I'm just like, hey, I'm a guy who likes talking about my dick on stage, and so are you, and we can be weird together.
Yeah. And I think part of that for me too is just realizing like you're just not going to be likable to some people, and be okay with that. Like, as long as you're yourself, if people aren't into it, just accept that, because what was the alternative? Like faking them into liking you, and then what are you doing?
That's something I'm constantly trying to remind myself of. Is like, I think when it goes, because right now this is, I don't know, it's too stupid to get into joke talk, but I have a joke right now about me keeping all the nudes from past relationships.
Hey, by the way, you just did it. This is stupid, but let's talk about it.
I know. There we go. Just admit it and then do it. Cancel out the asshole. And you can see people being like, I guess it's the most. I'm having a lot of people look at me like, you son of a bitch, and I'm like, well, it is who I am.
Right.
And that's If you do comedy and then you become a version of yourself that is inauthentic, then it's just a job.
Yep. And then you gotta live with that forever.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
what are you gonna do? And then you disappoint people, and then, haha.
Yeah,
then fucked up.
I mean, Larry the Cable Guy makes a lot of money. I mean, a lot. Maybe I'd rather be him.
See, I don't know, man, because I look at people like that, and I've heard of such A-listers that I've heard some insider information about them, and then I hear about like how miserable they are. I'm like, that doesn't sound worth it at all.
Exactly. You can be rich and sad. It doesn't matter. If you're laying on the floor in a mansion or in a garage, what's the difference? The view. You're still sad.
Yeah, I've had lonely nights up here, man. Like, it's nice, but I've had miserable days up here where I'm like, where's my life headed?
Oh my God, those days are just fun.
And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have the PlayStation ready to go for those moments.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
And a nice TV with this beautiful view, it definitely helps. But much less suicidal thoughts than most. But yeah, man, it definitely hits everybody. And then when I hear these stories of like, oh man, they had to have a drink just to get out of bed to be able to do an event or a thing, and I'm just like, oof.
That's like, you know what I found out about? I don't know if you realized. Who's the guy who did the Avicii? I did not. Do you know who Avicii is?
Yeah.
I did not. Do you know how he was super depressed?
Apparently,
I just learned that last week.
Wow.
I didn't know he killed himself. I guess he killed himself with a broken bottle.
Oh, is that the story?
Broken wine bottle.
Yeesh.
And I guess he was so. This is me just Googling. He hated the limelight, and he had to be hammered just to be out in public. And he hated being that level of famous.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah, I would have suggested a mask. Maybe dead mouse it up a bit, please.
Yeah, right. Actually, well, there's definitely some validity to that, because, if you're not about the on-camera things, then, you gotta take that into account. So, to give my friends a little more credit than me shitting on them constantly. Like, I think that's just who they are. Like, they're funny.
Yeah.
They're hilarious in the group chat, but they're not meant for stand-up, and they're definitely not meant for in front of the camera. Like, that's just not their world. That's just not everyone's world. Like,
Yeah, fuck your friends. No, I'm kidding. No, I do. Some days you have thoughts, where you're like, is this what I want to do? Yeah, those up and down. I don't know. Everybody goes through it, especially in a bigger city. It's lonelier, but I think it's more accessible. People kind of have that bus stop mentality here. Like, don't make eye contact. We're all going to the same place. Like, I didn't smell your fart. But people are friendlier. I think that whole stigma of people in New York are rude, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it's contextual, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just what I start to realize is I think it's just a thing of just like pure necessity. Like if I'm in a small town, if I see you walk into the door, I'll hold the door for you and I'll ask you how you're doing because I only have to ask maybe 10 other people that today.
Yeah.
But in New York, I can't fucking ask everyone how they're doing. I just can't do that.
Yeah.
I won't make it to work on time. Like it's just one of those things, you know.
Yeah. 2 minute giant jar of jelly beans, dude.
Yeah.
It is insane, especially right now. Everybody jam packed into the subway. That's one thing I've gotten better at is just like getting into the subway. It was
you got to force the issue.
Just elbowing it out.
It's like me just shooting for Tim Dillon, like, hey man.
Yeah, that is cool. It does feel cool to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, this also came from being bullied as a kid, where I just started going for shit. I was just like, okay, I guess no one's gonna wait for me. No one's gonna not cut me in line. I'm just, if this is the attitude to like just take and move, I'm gonna just start doing this. So anytime I want something, I go for it. I mean, I was in middle school,
and this is did that spark. I'm always interested. Okay, so I'm not super educated. I just like doing comedy. I want to be a headliner, right? I don't want to do a bunch of. I'm interested in when the spark happened for people. You've done the doctor. You're doing comedy. You do the YouTube. Was there one moment where you're like, I got it?
In terms of
like
this is
what I
is.
want, I'm going to get. Not necessarily like I want to be a doctor and that's it. But was there a click where you're like, I see something and there's no question in my mind that it will be a reality versus that's my roommate, right? He's like, I will be this. Me, I'll be like, I want to be a headliner. And I don't say I will be. I'm like, I want to, that would be nice if I work hard enough and then...
Sorry.
Yeah, that joke weird? Okay, I'll take it out, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I guess I'm being more, that's material where it's like, I used to be, like, it needs to be clean in case I get a Conan. And now I'm just like, dude.
Fuck Conan.
Yeah, let's stop talking about sandwiches, And then did you have any moment or like part of your brain where you're like, there's no doubt?
No, I don't even think I've hit that yet. I think in my head it's just do more. So like I did the doctor thing, like from the minute I opened up a book that said, these are salaried jobs. Like I had no idea that comedy was even like a job. I didn't know that like in business there's like an unlimited ceiling. I just thought salaries were it. So I was like, what's the highest paid salary thing? Oh, doctor, I can be good at that. I'm good at math and science. Let me look at some of the other opportunities. I'm not really feeling dental school, nursing, this, that. Let's do doctor. And then I set my mind to it and I accomplished it. And then I got done and I'm like, all right, what's next?
Wow, yeah.
So now it's comedy. And
that's
next?
always been the brain.
I guess. Because I mean, the doctor thing was literally it forever. Because again, I was just thinking like, all right, I guess this is all I got because I'm nothing. And then
I'll just be a doctor and then I'll go home and play with my shoes.
And then I got into shoes, and I'm like, holy shit, I know way more about shoes than almost anybody I have ever heard of.
Yeah, that shoe was. I can see why you have a big audience with that. I mean, it was like.
Yeah.
It was crazy, the knowledge on the spot.
Yeah, dude, it's like, it's all in my head. And I'm just now realizing, and I was talking about this yesterday too, it's like, I'm realizing I could literally sit at this table and talk for hours with nobody here.
Yeah.
And apparently that's a skill.
That is a skill.
Apparently. In my head, it's not. That's what I'm telling you. Like, no one ever thought to tell me, like, dude, you're good at it. Like, I'm starting to now realize, like, where my strengths are.
Yeah.
So I'm really pushing at them. Yeah, there was no one along the way to be like, hey, dude, you may be good at this. You may want to think about this. Actually, a lot of people, even in the hospital, are like, whoa, you're a Hollywood doctor. You should be in Hollywood. You should be in
Oh, so they were kind of like, you're funny. Like they...
Not even funny, but just like my look apparently looked like very Hollywood. Whatever you take that.
They were saying you're handsome or something?
I guess. Well, some handsome. This was before the mustache and the crazy. But even with this stuff, I'm getting called handsome by comics. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on here?
Nice,
Where the fuck were you guys in high school?
Yeah,
where I was getting picked on. And no girls would talk to me.
Yeah, you
I
would
wouldn't
suck
talk
my
to
dick
them.
in high school.
But yeah, I'm just coming into my own, man. I'm just owning the
Yeah.
mustache, owning my outfits, owning who I am. And if people don't like it, then it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like,
the
whatever.
best.
And yeah, man, I'm just pushing to my strengths, and I'm just like basically just keeping busy till I die. Like that's keeping myself distracted before I eventually die. Like that's
Do you have days of procrastination?
all the time.
Okay, I was gonna say that makes me feel better. That's
Yeah, no,
like
I'm definitely giving that energy of like, oh yeah, I do podcasts from noon to 9 every day. Like, no, those are just like Wednesdays. But yeah, yesterday I was literally playing Red Dead Redemption and FIFA till like right before one open mic.
Okay.
And then I went to that show, and
Yeah.
then one show after that, or another open mic after that. So that was my day. And
Yeah.
I came back and played some more FIFA. So.
How do you? And then I'm sorry, whatever your formula is. I don't know if I'm asking too many questions or stuff like that.
No, I don't give a shit. This is the beautiful thing about my podcast is it's just organic conversation,
All right,
and then
cool.
wherever the topics go, I just split them up later,
Yeah.
and then I put out the whole thing
Okay,
at the end.
good,
So
yeah.
one segment will be your comedy come up. One segment will be, what inspired us as kids. One segment will be rebate coupons, and another segment will be motivations.
Fuck
and
your friends.
Yeah,
No, I'm
fuck my
kidding.
friends. Yeah.